already hopping on the mic again today for another reaction. We're going to be checking out Melanie Martinez's new single called Disney Princess. Okay, obviously anytime Melanie comes out with music, I simply have to hear it. I was thinking about waiting a month until the album comes out, and I was like, no. I just can't wait any longer. So yeah, we're gonna be checking that out today. There's a couple different things that were released in the last 24 hours, so bear with me as I try to get my life together and get these reactions up to you guys. But I just wanted to follow up on Melanie's first single. I honestly have not really felt the desire to like go back to that song much, which is very abnormal for me with her music. I typically listen to her music a lot and like kind of over and over again. I will say I listened to it just now before sitting down to film this, and I enjoyed it more, and I feel like it might grow on me as I listen to it more, and especially in the context of the album, I do think it may hit a bit harder. So that's just kind of a follow-up on that track. But today, Disney Princess. Again, I don't really know anything about this. I don't know how you guys know about everything like leading up to this album. You guys seem to already know what it's about, the character. I'm not on Twitter, I'm not on TikTok, so I really don't see much, so I kind of go into these reactions blind. So feel free to fill me in if you want to, but yeah, Disney Princess, the artwork is, again, it's like kind of creepy, but in a really beautiful way, because it's her, she's gorgeous, and like the pink is really pretty, but it's like something's off, and it's that the mirror is broken. I feel like, again, we're gonna get a great metaphor. I just feel like she's gonna rip apart the idea of Disney princesses, which I'm here for. I love Disney, you know, I mean, who doesn't love a good Disney princess? But also, I think they can create like unrealistic expectations if you want to get down to like the deep reasons why we could tear it apart. So yeah, let's see what she's gonna tell us today. And no music videos yet, so I do wonder when those will be released, but just going in with the song is always nice to kind of just ease into it.
The prettiest girl in all the land was left alone without a hand to hold or teach or mold or pray. She fell down the sewer and got led astray. Monsters, demons, and all the rest took her soul and innocence. They tweezed and pulled all that was left till she was made a Disney princess.
Yup. Something a little different. Feels,
Don't drive too hard and 20 bums in deep. I need to drama dump the words I feel since I was young. Please don't go. You're the only one who sees my soul. Fuck these other cons. Can't quit. Don't shut.
intense.
I've signed the dotted line, and I fucked every devil. We can go there, faster than they can, faster than the average person. Los Angeles, turn on your TV, come on, worship me, I'm perfect.
So tongue-in-cheek.
Please, liquor and cocaine, suffering and pain is worth it. My allowance bought me everything, still can't buy my innocence.
Ooh. This is it. This is the moment that I was wanting. I just love this vibe, and
Grown man asking where I was from, too young, out late with nothing on. Parents got rich, out having fun. Party at mine is what I sung.
I usually don't like echo effects like this on vocals, but I am living for it on this track. I don't know why. I'm like obsessed with the vibe of this song. It feels like a late night drive. Like you're in your car, everything's dark, and you are just speeding safely down the highway. And it's a very specific vibe, and I don't know if anyone else will get what I'm talking about, but that's the vibe that I get, and I just really love that in music.
Traded my bones for strapless bras and snow. Can't toss this gold. It's my name that they know. Who's all this for? If I'm so miserable.
I think the most, I don't know, kind of heart-wrenching, authentic, real line of the entire song, like, who's all this for if I'm so miserable? Because it sounds like she's talking about fame. And it's like, who's all this for? Like, what does it matter if everyone knows my name? If deep down I hate my life, I am just beyond miserable. That's what I got from that line, and like very real, and very just cutting through the bullshit, saying it like it is, I guess.
We can go there, faster than they can, faster than the average person. Los Angeles, turn on your TV, come on, worship me, I'm perfect. Seas, liquor and cocaine, still can't buy my innocence.
See, this is what the life of a showgirl could have been, but it wasn't. Where are we? I'm sure you guys know what this means. I don't. That sounded like she was being born. Coming out the old birth canal like she did in womb. I loved that. Okay, to me, that was like more impactful and more unique to me personally than the first track that she released. Let me take off my headphones so I can fully talk about this. First of all, okay, I just love the vibe. As I said, it felt like I was going on a nighttime drive on the highway. And I don't know, it felt kind of like she was trying to outrun something in the track, which is her demons, right? She talks about in the track, like, I want to get rid of these devils. I want to get rid of these demons. I want to outrun this pain that I'm in. This felt like such a peek behind the curtain into Melanie's life and what they're struggling with behind the scenes, right? Because we often look to celebrities or public figures and assume they kind of have this perfect life. Everyone knows who they are. They have an impact on the world. People look at them and think they're perfect. They look perfect. They act perfect. They have all this money and all this wealth and all these connections, and some people strive for that, right? Some people want that in their own lives. But she kind of talks about, all of the demons and devils that have come along with this career path for her. And I do know you guys have talked about how this is an album about a specific character, I believe Circle or something like that. I don't know all of that, so I am just going to give you my thoughts on the song as an individual track. Like, I'm not going to get into, I guess, the character of it all. I'm just going to talk about what I noticed about the actual song, as though I knew nothing about the lore, because I feel like I don't. And, Melanie does this all the time in her music, where they expose the dark nature of something. They take something that is very happy or very juvenile or supposed to be very positive, very sweet, and they expose a dark side to it. She's done this all over all of her albums, okay? Crybaby, Sippy Cup is a great example, where it's like a sippy cup is something a baby drinks out of. It's very innocent, it's very sweet, but she uses it as a metaphor for alcoholism. She does that all over her music, and this is another, just another facet of that. She's taking Disney princesses, which are very sweet, very innocent, very wholesome. Every little girl strives to be a Disney princess, and turning it on its head to it being a negative thing. So like exposing the downfall of herself as this Disney princess of sorts. The prettiest girl in all the land was left alone without a hand to hold or teach or mold or pray. So, maybe she has family issues and she hasn't been raised in the way that would be best for her. She fell down the sewer and got led astray. Monsters, demons, and all the rest took her soul and innocence, right? So again, it is giving me that dark vibe that the first track off this album did as well. And I think that will continue into the album. This idea of taking very, very happy things, like a possession or a trinket is typically a happy thing you have that brings you joy. But she flipped it on its head, right? She talked about how she was this man's possession. And now she's talking about how she was a Disney princess that got her innocent soul, and they tweezed and pulled all that was left till she was made a Disney princess. So that to me gives me like unrealistic beauty standards. I don't know if that's what Melanie was going for, but that's what that reminded me of. And then kind of getting into like struggles with alcohol, struggles with drugs as well as the song progresses. Can't quit the show, I've signed the dotted line, right? So even maybe talking about The Voice, I know Melanie was on The Voice. I watched her on it and I was like a big fan. So, maybe that's alluding to The Voice. Like, I've already signed the contract, I can't leave now, but I have all this pressure on me. Or maybe that's like something more focus on like her actual fame now that she's made a name for herself. But we can go there faster than they can, faster than the average person. Sounds like reaching fame at a young age, or faster than most people would. Los Angeles, turn on your TV. Come on, worship me. I'm perfect. Obviously very tongue-in-cheek, very ironic, because no one is perfect. No one really can live up to what they portray themselves to be if they're in the spotlight. We're all humans, we all have demons, we all have struggles, we all are having things go on behind the scenes that no one knows about. Behind the scenes, liquor and cocaine, suffering and pain, it's worth it. My allowance bought me everything, still can't buy my innocence. So we just see this complete riddance of her innocence, and she is giving into liquor and cocaine. Obviously something you would never associate with a Disney princess. But again, throughout the song, we see kind of this push and pull of Melanie wants to maybe leave this behind, but they don't feel like they can't toss this gold. It's my name that they know. Like, I can't get rid of this now that everyone knows my name. I'm making an impact on people are listening to me. I can't leave this behind. But who's this all for if I'm so miserable, right? Like, at what point do I just give up and say it's not worth it? I really love this song. I really enjoyed this. I'm looking forward to listening to both tracks back and like spending more time with them before the album comes out, obviously, and just diving a bit deeper into this era. I do feel like in the context of the album, these songs will hit even harder. But as of right now, this was my favorite of the two singles. And yeah, I'm really excited to see the themes on this album. I feel like it's going to be very, very real. I mean, just absolutely no bullshit whatsoever. And I'm excited to hear it for that reason. So thank you guys so much for watching another Melanie reaction. I'd say it was fun, but I was kind of feeling a lot of pain and a lot of anguish due to the lyrics. But it was fun. It was fun to listen to. So pain is fun when it's with Melanie, I guess. Thanks again for being here, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.